What's up, everybody? It's Roman Gennaro, host of the Empire Sports Talk podcast, back for another Madden 25 prediction simulation. As we did last year, we did our preseason standings predictions and took those into the playoffs to see how things might shake out in the playoffs in real life. And here we are again. This time, it is the Kansas City Chiefs looking for their third championship in a row versus the young and exciting Houston Texans, led by C.J. Stroud and head coach D'Amico Ryans. Now, before we get into this one, I must tell you that a lot of times with these predictions, you're not looking for realistic stats. You don't watch these videos and these predictions and these simulations for super realistic stats. And let me tell you, this one had one of the higher scores I've ever seen in any simulation ever, anywhere. So hang on to your hats for this one. And there you have it. I think only in Madden can you score 52 points and lose by 4 touchdowns. And that is what the Houston Texans did. They put up a great effort. It looked early as though they might take it, as they got out to it was a 17-7 lead. But as we know from the Chiefs, both video game and real life, you can never count them out. And they came back in a big way. CJ Stroud had a really good video game, gaudy game in this one. 604 yards, 5 touchdowns. But it was Patrick Mahomes that got the final laugh in this one. He set records, technically regular season records, because Madden 25 does not let you simulate regular playoff games. And so until we get to the Super Bowl, all of these games will simulate as regular season games. In this one, Patrick Mahomes set regular season records for both passing yards and passing touchdowns. He finished with 659 yards and 8 touchdowns. I don't know why Madden doesn't let you simulate regular playoff games. This year I had to do it differently, because last year I was able to go in and force win games for every team to get the schedule the way that I predicted it, so that we could know exactly how things went. I surprised myself last year because I looked at tiebreakers after I finished my standings and thought, oh, the Cowboys will win the tiebreaker with the Rams and make the playoffs. And then when I put it in the schedule and force won everything that was supposed to be force won, it was actually the Rams that made the playoffs and the Cowboys sitting out. So for some reason, Madden 25 does not let me do it that way, so I just had to go in using my standings and create the bracket and then individually play each game as a regular season game until we get to the Super Bowl. But anyway, in this one, Kansas City comes out and wins, putting up an unbelievable 80 points and wins 80-52 in this one. So Kansas City will move on to the divisional round. Not really surprised there. We will see what happens on the next simulation. Until then, subscribe on the YouTube channel to see how the rest of this shakes out and to see more of our content, such as our podcast episodes. We are growing every day, and we're very thankful for those of you that listen to the podcast and pay attention to videos like this. But until the next video, I'm Roman Gennaro, signing off.